really 2012 because it started with the feature run where he's issuing the stimmies, right? When my boy was issuing the stimmies, it's over. So 12-year run of seeming like he wasn't human. There's no other artist, and I mean absolutely none, in hip hop that has been that potent. There is no Kendrick Lamar stimulus package. There is no J. Cole stimulus package. There is no even Nicki Minaj stimulus package. And when we're talking about stimulus package, I'm not saying that them being on someone's record doesn't help, but Drake has been known to bring you to the moon. Drake has been responsible for a lot of the world knowing a huge amount of artists just by how much he was doing the world star effect Drake Stimmy. Like, we're talking about Young Blue, we're talking about Block Boy JB. We have a list of artists that I don't even think there's any other artist in rap that even has 2 or 3. And Drake has probably close to 20. So if you think about that, and this is what I always say, because here's the thing, when I have to criticize Drake, because I do have to criticize him. Like, that's my fucking job. What do you think? I'm just, oh, you just, no, I'm going to have to criticize him when I need to. But my criticisms of Drake is saying that Drake's competition numbers wise was never Kendrick. Like, he's outclassed that guy in every way, shape, or form. J. Cole too. Drake is competing with his former self. So that's why I use the terminology where we might be watching Superman bleed. Right? We're watching Superman bleed. Because there isn't a world that we see Drake dropping a project. And by the way, he didn't drop a project this year. So it's not one of those years like he's doing a Young Boy or a Young Boy Method or a what's Young Boy Method, or who else who drops like multiple projects in a year, or Young Thug like Method, where we would excuse Young Boy for selling 60K because we know, like, bro, he's kind of spamming right now, right? So it's not like, he's like, yo, I'm this is the only project you're gonna get. And anytime he did that for albums, we know his album sales went crazy for Young Boy. And then for Young Thug, there's a long time before he got to the point of doing like the was it No More Fun or whatever, that he wasn't really selling over 100K, right? He was just kind of like doing these 30Ks, 40Ks, or whatever, but until he started quality controlling it. If Drake and Party Next Door doesn't do 300K first week, now what's my prediction? Let's say they drop in the next month or so. Honestly, my hope would be 350 or 325. I think what happens is if Drake does 280, now granted, some of this is his own fault, right? So this is like a really complex conversation that anytime I think when people see me criticize Drake, they just start going crazy. But anytime Drake, Drake dropping a project with 21 Savage and doing 400K, he should be doing 800K. I just keep telling you, the nigga don't drop vinyls. He do nothing. The nigga he literally just, like, he's been so really red hot, lightning, white hot popping for so long time. He just throws the shit out. Travis Scott is selling everything, nigga. He's selling stickers. He's selling socks, toe separators. He's selling pocket protectors. He's selling keychains. He's selling everything, motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? Because he, part of his brand is kind of showing that these numbers are, enormous, and this wave of feeling like you're in this Travis world, this astral world, if you may, is a wave that includes a lot of crazy numbers. Drake, I feel like he just doesn't give effort. So when he sold 400K with when he sold 400,000 with 21 Savage, I felt that could have been 600, 700, or 800. If he had put some effort into it, announce it properly, sell some vinyls, but he doesn't. He doesn't. Like, this dude's doing everything off streaming. You know, to put things in perspective, I just want to show you something which is going to go into another point I have in a little bit. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show y'all. Which, by the way, here's the thing, too. I think definitely, you know, I see Tyler, the Creator, announced his album. I think Tyler's going to do around 275 to 350 as well. So put it like this. Anyway, let me show you this. Jelly Roll. He's supposed to probably be number one. He's competing with Charlie XCX. He did 40,000 in streaming, and he sold 95,000 merch-related things. Rod Wave did 1,500 in merch-related things, no vinyls, and the 125,000 is streams. So Rod Wave is going to be the number one stream artist by far, right? By far on this week's Billboard charts or next week's Billboard charts, except he's probably not going to be number one. Why not? Because he didn't sell these bundles. Look, 95,000 of bundles for Jelly Roll, 55,000 for XCX. For Rod Wave, 1,500. So what you get to realize is, like, you know, even Drake don't sell shit. Travis does. That's why, like, Travis's numbers, if the whole industry did what Travis did, Drake would be still selling over 700,000 every time. Instead, Travis' last project did 500, and Drake's next project is not going to do 500 because he ain't going to do shit. He's just going, check Spotify at midnight. But anyway, back to my spiel. Seeing Drake not be on the charts, but he did release 6 songs, which are solo songs. Forget the featured songs. And he released those songs in the last 2 months. It's told me that Superman could bleed. And what Superman could bleed is that Drake was the only person that we would have the conversation with to say he did not need the labels. Me and Carl Cherry, the guy who runs Rap Caviar, basically, that's my dog up there that pulled the strings up at Spotify. It's my dog. Me and him argued on my podcast about what Drake would do or be if he didn't have the labels. And Carl Cherry knew, and I knew, that Drake wasn't fucking with the labels because the nigga wasn't like, oh, hey, here's a rollout plan. Drake would just pop up a week before, 2 weeks before, and they figure out shit on the fly from him. Watching this new period of Drake not having a song on, and I know he's going to have songs on, we get it. Like, you know, but I'm just talking about how quickly some of these songs fell off. What it told me is that Superman bled because Drake needs a label. He does need the label. None of them records the label supported. And that's why they're not on the charts. But usually Drake is so hot, and also the records are so hot, that them records are there without the support of the label. Drake not having a song on the charts this week tells me he need that $400 million they gave him. He need to tap into some of their resources that they work some of these songs. And that's just the reality of it. Now, I know some of y'all are going to be like, oh my God, I can say Drake fell off. That's not true. There is only one Superman. Kendrick has never been Superman. Cole has never been Superman. Future has never been Superman. And definitely Travis Scott's never been Superman. Let me tell you what Superman means. Without any label pushing, you're dominating the charts. Drake hasn't had a full-on label campaign to push his records in years. He's been solely surviving. This is why when even people even say about bots and shit like that, it's more believable that Drake got bots than other people got bots. 100%. I'm gonna tell you from a marketing perspective. You know how I know an artist is real hot? When their team don't spend no marketing dollars. Drake don't spend no marketing dollars. Facts. Y'all go find bloggers, YouTube pages, or reaction channels that could say Republic paid them 50 bands, 20 bands, anything to market Drake's song. You can't find them. Every other artist you can. Like, respectfully. Respectfully. How do I know? Nigga, I collect the checks. And I fuck with them artists too. I won't mention their name now because I ain't, I feel like sometimes I be shitting on the people who be paying me. But Drake, young boy. Yo, I used to be, this is before Atlantic went broke. Nigga, Atlantic, I used to go up, which, by the way, for y'all little Nicki fans, don't ever, when y'all do y'all little Atlantic rant with Cardi B, I used to go through when I'm working with Atlantic, I see all their big artists. I need 10 bands, 30 bands, 40 bands from that artist. What's up? Let's go. The whole roster got to get taxed. Fuck a phantom tax. Big act tax, nigga. We're going through the whole list. You know who never had? They ain't never no budget for YB. YB don't promote us. YB, like, I think his team was just be like, just give us a $2 million in marketing. We're not spending a fucking coin.